Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's lesson will be from the book Key to Guidance. We are on page 99 and our topic is Hajj. Makkah is an ancient place. In it stands the Kaaba, the house of Allah, which was built by Nabi Ibrahim and his son Nabi Ismail. May Allah's peace be upon them. Pilgrims used to flock to Makkah from all over Arabia to visit the Kaaba. And with the passing of time, people forgot that the purpose of going there was to worship Allah, and they started to worship idols. At one stage, there were as many as 360 idols and statues in and around the Kaaba. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to remind people about the rights and purposes of Hajj. One of the most valuable lessons we learn from the Hajj is that all people are equal before Allah and that no person is better due to skin color, wealth, or lineage. The Hajj teaches us that all prophets came to deliver one message, that Allah is one and that all of us are part of His creation. Hajj is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, and all Muslims who are able are required to perform it once in their lifetime. The Hajj is seen as a chance to wipe clean past sins and to start fresh. What does shurut mean? The word shart means precondition, and the word shurut is the plural of the word shart. A precondition is a requirement that must be fulfilled before the fard, before the obligatory act. So what are the shurut of Hajj? Number one, a person must be Muslim. Number two, you must be matured enough to go. You must have reached maturity, meaning you need to be sound of mind and at the age where one is mature. You need to be sane, there needs to be sanity. One is the person is able to distinguish what is right and wrong. And number four, you need to have the ability, right? And this includes also your financial ability. You need to be able to afford going on Hajj. And this includes your provisions such as your food, your medicine, your transport, accommodation, expenses, and so forth. So what are the pillars or the arkan of Hajj? Al-Ihram and Niyyah, to wear the 2 pieces of cloth and to intend to perform the Hajj. Wuquf on Arafah. You need to, this refers to the spending of time on the grounds of Arafah on the 9th of Dhul Hijjah. Tawaf al-Ifada. The Tawaf, the circumambulation or the walk of around the Kaaba 7 times. The Sa'i. This is walking with a pace between Safa and Marwa 7 times. You're not walking slowly and you're also not running very fast. The Halq, cutting the hair or shaving the entire head. Tartib, and this refers to the sequence in which the acts need to be done, a particular order that needs to be followed. We also have a little illustration here at the end of page 100, and it depicts the important places during the Hajj. So number one is the Miqat, then you have Makkah, you have Mina, you have Arafah, and you have Muzdalifah. What are the sunnahs of Hajj? We will be mentioning a few, and this is bathing and using perfume before entering Ihram. The Talbiyah, chanting or singing, praising, ever at your service, O Allah, ever at your service. And this is Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik. Tawaf al-Qudum, the arrival circumambulation, the arrival tawaf around the Kaaba. Another sunnah of Hajj is spending the evening of Arafah at Mina, spending the night at Muzdalifah, supplicating at Mash'ar al-Haram, spending the nights of the 3 days of Tashriq at Mina. So what is the wisdom behind the forms of Hajj? Tawaf is the symbolic walking around the Kaaba in the footsteps of Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam. The sa'i is symbolic of Hajar running for water, showing a mother's love for her child. Arafah is a symbol of knowing oneself, realizing everyone is equal, and coming to know the Creator. Muzdalifah symbolizes a place of love, and it is said to be where our forefather Adam was reunited with our foremother Hawa. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon them. Your ihram symbolizes humility and is a sacred rehearsal for our return to Allah on the day of Qiyamah. Cutting the hair symbolizes our detachment from the material world. So although we cannot be completely detached, our focus should not be on our outer appearances. Did you know that Makkah was flooded by heavy rains? The Kaaba was about to collapse, and the Quraysh had to rebuild it to maintain its status amongst the tribes of Arabia. So this is just a brief summary of the Hajj. The Hajj was covered previously, and on page 102 and 103, there is an illustration, an exercise which you need to complete, inshallah, and then forward to your class teacher. May Allah grant that we are all able to perform Hajj at least once in our lifetime, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.